So we had another great day in the stock market today, guys. We had the S&P 500 up 0.4%. The Russell and the Dow, on the other hand, did go down a little bit, down 0.1%. But don't worry, because the NASDAQ 100 crushed it. It went up over 1.2%. So we got to break down some stocks, some charts, my thoughts on the markets, plus more. So hit the like button, subscribe, check out my Patreon down below, and don't forget to get your $50 free from M1 Finance. That's also linked down below, and let's get right into it. So SPY and QQQ, both of them hit all-time highs today. You guys can see SPY hit $467.12, and QQQ ended up hitting $399.20. And if you guys remember in my video from earlier today where we broke down 3 stocks, well, I guess 4 stocks, including the bonus one, that could have a short squeeze here in the short term, we covered in the beginning of that video what the markets were doing, and we talked about how on the 5-day 5-minute for both QQQ and SPY, the markets were bouncing off the moving averages on this time frame, right? And I told you guys in that video in real time, we were actually on a pullback. I told you all, watch for the bounce and a push towards the end of the day, which now that we're looking back at what actually happened, that's exactly what happened, right? We ripped in the morning, we pulled back, tested that 50 moving average on the 5-day 5-minute chart on both QQQ and SPY, and then we ended up ripping into the close and thus hitting the all-time highs. So we're looking very good all across the board. The bulls are still in charge when it comes to the main indexes here. And the Russell, if you guys remember, this broke out recently. I think, it was yesterday and the day before, honestly. Or actually, no, it was just yesterday and 2 days ago we broke out. The Russell did very well, hitting all-time highs. So it makes sense that it didn't go up again today, considering it's been having a couple days in a row here where it's been doing very well. And overall, it's still in breakout territory. And when we look at the Dow, we haven't covered the Dow in a while here. The Dow is also at all-time highs. It's at 36,178 points. Well, that was the all-time high. We're trading about $40-50 under that right now. But overall, the markets, guys, come on. What else is new? They're crushing it. The markets are unbelievably green right now. And if you're in the markets long-term, you're short-term trading, most likely you're making some good money right now. So let me know your thoughts. Drop me a comment down below. Make sure to also hit the like button, as it does help me out in the YouTube algorithm, and it tells me that you guys actually find value in these videos. And now let's get into the meat and potatoes. And you guys know how I like to do it, right? It's earnings season. I like giving live reactions with these earnings, but I'll tell you one thing first and foremost. I cheated on one stock. It was Peloton. I know that one for a fact is crashing right now after hours. We will get into that later in the video, so make sure you guys stick on throughout. So stock number 1 is Square. They reported today, and oh man, oh, that's not looking good, guys. They are down $11 after hours, and that's on top of the $5 they went down at the close of the day today. They ended up going down 2%. So let's pop it up here and see what they ended up reporting. So they did 37 cents EPS, which missed the 39-cent estimate. Okay, and they did about $3.84 billion in sales, which I'm not seeing an estimate here on the live news tab, but that is up from the $3.03 billion year over year. And total sales excluding Bitcoin, oh my goodness, guys. Total sales excluding Bitcoin, that's actually a scary figure, $2.03 billion. So almost half of their sales, guys, $2.03 billion is what they did without Bitcoin, almost $4 billion what they did with Bitcoin. Almost half of their sales is coming from Bitcoin. I'm not going to say I hate that, but I'll be honest, that is a bit worrisome to me. I would like their revenue not to be so heavily focused on Bitcoin. And that's why I'm not really fully invested, or really I don't know anything in terms of Square. And hey guys, I mean, that is kind of a red flag, because what's going to happen here? Let's play devil's advocate. Right now, crypto's at all-time highs. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, XRP, all these are crushing it. Some more than others, obviously. What if Bitcoin were to take a massive haircut? That's going to hurt companies like Square and other companies that are heavy, have their hands heavy in the cryptocurrency space. So for me, that is worrisome. Maybe that is why the stock's falling a bit. They missed EPS. Revenue's good, but a lot of their revenue's coming from Bitcoin. And at this point, the head and shoulders, or rather the inverse head and shoulders that we called out, is pretty much in the garbage. We broke the neckline. The neckline was at 245. We had to hold that for this to potentially rip back above, excuse me, voice crack, rip back above 250, 260. We obviously didn't do that, and now we're in the mid-230s, looking to test the lows from about a month ago in the beginning towards the middle of October. So not the best there from Square. Now, drum roll please, Pinterest. This is going to be huge, because what I told you guys recently is Pinterest has to completely drop the ball for this stock to go even lower, considering it's gone down so much. And hey, if they surprise, they did well, I expect the stock to be up a lot. So let's see. And I promise, I didn't look at Pinterest before. So let's see the live reaction here. Okay, there you go. It's up a little bit. It's up $3 per share. So they must have did a decent bit of they must have had decent numbers. Let's put it that way. They closed at $43 on the day. They went down 2% at close, and now they're up, like I said, about $3 after hours. Let's see what they reported. So, okay, there you go. Double beat. 28 cents EPS versus 23 cents estimated. Sales came in at $632.93 million versus $631.24 million estimated. So double beat for Pinterest, and they see Q4 revenue growing in the high teens percentage range year over year. So if you guys can't read between the lines, that means 16, 17, 18, 19%, somewhere there, which is solid. Where's the monthly active users? Here we go. Pinterest reports jumps in sales and earnings, but monthly active users dive. Let's see. Let's dig a little bit deeper here. Monthly active users, 444 million. Analysts were expecting, actually, wait a second. Average revenue per user was $1.41. Analysts expected to see an improvement sequentially to $1.38 from $1.32 in the second quarter, with monthly active users improving to 460 million from 454 million in the second quarter. So I guess they disappointed a little bit on monthly active users, average revenue per user. But like I said, it's not as big of a disappointment or such a big disappointment to move the stock down a lot, considering the stock is already down a lot. So that's kind of why we're seeing a bit of a jump here. And I'm not looking to just dive into Pinterest all out, YOLO, some calls, some shares. I'm not there yet. But if we start seeing a break above 50, tide slowly start to turn there, that would be a spot where I'd consider diving in on the reverse above the moving averages. So let's see what Airbnb did. Airbnb, there you go. It's breaking out. Awesome. It went up 3% on the day. They reported earnings. Now they're trading a little bit under $180, so they're up about $1 in the after hours, but they were up even more. They hit $187 initially when they reported, and they dropped a bit from there, but overall we're holding above 175 to 178, which is critical considering, technically speaking, on the 4-hour chart, you guys can see 175, 178, that was resistance pretty much since the end of September. So the fact that we broke out of that, we're pulling back now, we're holding the old resistance as support, we're seeing the ascending triangle play out as well, which, mind you, I called out on Patreon just earlier today, and again, that's linked down below if you guys are interested. The fact that we're seeing this volume kicking up, and I'm seeing a nice profit here. Let's look at their earnings. These are very good signs. So Airbnb beat EPS. They did $1.22 versus 75 cents, so they crushed that. Sales also beat $2.24 billion versus $2.04 billion. And they see Q4 2021, if I could speak today, guys, revenues of 1.39 bill to 1.48 bill versus the 1.44 bill estimated, so a little bit above the estimate there. So I like it. They're seeing Airbnb, okay, this is from Barron's.com, strongest quarter ever thanks to a travel rebound. And we expected this, honestly. I mean, with travel kicking back up, people are going on flights, even though a lot of them are canceled these days. People are still traveling. They're driving, and they're flying. They're booking Airbnbs, and I think now this is on a clear path to maybe $200, at least $190 in the short term. So nice ascending triangle breakout when it comes to Airbnb. Let's see how Uber's doing. UBER. They closed at $45, went down 1% on the day, and after hours, they're pretty much exactly where they were at close. So not much movement in the aftermarket hours here. So let's see exactly what they ended up reporting. Live news tab, let's see here. They did EPS of negative $1.28, which is way worse than the negative 30 cents estimated. And where's the revenue at? Come on, Uber, where's your revenue? There it is, $4.84 billion versus $4.42 billion estimated. So they missed EPS by a long shot, lost a lot of money, but top line, they're still making a good amount on the top line, and that beat the estimate. And are we seeing anything for guidance? I'm not seeing anything here quite yet. And yeah, I mean, Uber is definitely a company that got destroyed during the pits of the pandemic, right? And they're trying to get out of it, but still, I mean, the stock price is reflecting a suffering business. I mean, look at this. It was $13 in the pits of the pandemic, ran to 65. Now it's at 4. I mean, I guess it is still up from the bottom there, but pretty much every stock's up from the bottom of the March 20 lows, but still, it's down a lot in the past couple of months. Pretty much from 64 now to 45. It is down over 30%. So Uber, it's in a slump. It's in a bear market. It has to break this trend on the 4 hour. It has to break this downtrending channel that it's been stuck in, quite frankly, for about 10 months at this point, 9-10 months. So keep your eyes out on a break above 50. I think that is where the tides will turn for Uber. Now, let's talk about Peloton. I mean, guys, this is a stock that I've been vocal about here on YouTube. I don't talk about it all the time, but when we talk about Peloton, pretty much every time I say I don't like it as a long-term investment. I'd trade it here and there, sure. I mean, I'd trade anything if the chart looks solid, the momentum's there, whatever. But as a long-term investment, I've been vocal about Peloton, and look at this. This is not good at all. I mean, they reported earnings today. They closed at $86. They went down 4% at the close, and now they're trading at $61. The stock is down almost 30% after market hours, which is pretty brutal. I mean, we saw Snapchat a couple of weeks ago drop a significant amount, 26%, something like that, after hours. Now we're seeing that happen at Peloton. So I've never been a fan of Peloton, guys. I think it was just a pandemic craze. A lot of people were locked in their houses, in their apartments, whatever. They needed a bike, and they bought the most premium bike. And I know they have a network where you can actually go on and join these classes. There's community. Sure, there could be some value in that. But overall, in my opinion, and trust me, you might not see it through this camera. And honestly, I don't have like the best physique ever. I mean, not even close to that. But I go to the gym. I'm in the culture. I understand what people like. And trust me, guys, people, and let me know in the comments, right? Let me know in the comments. People want to go to a gym. They want to be able to go out and work out outside of their homes. Not everybody has the motivation to just get up and go into their living room and jump on a bike for an hour. Some people need to go to a facility, get that motivation, and work out. Let's be honest. And I'm one of those people. I mean, during the pandemic, guys, I put on like 15, 20 pounds. I'll be the first to tell you, maybe even more than that, because gyms here were shut down. And I tried the at-home workouts. I did it a little bit, but I'm the type of person that needs to go to a gym, right? And I could be wrong. I could be off base here. I could be out of touch. But in my opinion, look, these are very expensive bikes on top of that. The average person is not going to drop $2-3 grand on a bike or whatever it is. And if they want to buy something like a Peloton, they could get something for a fraction of the price that might be just as good. Let's be freaking honest here. So, yeah, that's my little Peloton rant. I've been pretty vocal about that. And if I'm off base here, I'm out of touch, I don't know what I'm talking about, please drop me a comment. I don't want to be surrounded by yes men. If I'm off base, please let me know. I mean, please, guys. And let's look at their earnings. So they did EPS of $1.25 in the red, which is down a lot from the $1.07 estimated, and they beat sales $805 million versus 810, or no, they missed sales versus $810 million. I read that wrong. I thought it was $850 million. And oh my goodness, look at this. This is terrible. They see Q2 sales of 1.1 to 1.2 billion versus the 1.5 billion estimated. So their next quarter sales are way down versus the estimate, and they see full year 2022 sales of 4.4 to 4.8 billion versus the 5.4 billion estimated. So they're already guiding down a huge amount for next year, and it looks like I'm right. I'm not here to toot my own horn, but hey, it looks like I'm right, guys. People are not locked up. They're not pent up in their houses. They're not buying Pelotons anymore as much as they were. They're going to actual gyms. Now, could gyms make bulk orders? That's a whole nother argument. But then again, what gyms, unless it's some kind of freaking high-level gym, what, is Planet Fitness going to bulk order Pelotons? No way. Is LA Fitness going to do that? No way. They're going to buy cheaper, bikes and treadmills and so forth. So, again, I'm a little bit mad about Peloton. I'm not mad about it because I'm not invested in it, but I just think a lot of people got screwed with this stock. And I've been saying this. I've been vocal about it. And sure, they might still do very well, but look at this. From $170, now they're at 60. The stock's down almost 70%. 70%, guys. So, and mind you, the markets are at all-time highs. Markets have been crushing it. This stock's down 70%. So what do you think? Let me know down below in the comments about Peloton. Am I off base? Please tell me. Next stock, Skyworks, SWKS. I want to see what this is doing because we called out the inverse head and shoulder. Qualcomm crushed it. And let me tell you guys, AMD and NVIDIA today, holy crap. NVIDIA went up 12%. It almost cracked 300. It actually might have cracked 300. Let me double. Oh, my goodness. It did crack 300. I didn't even realize that. This is ridiculous. It went all the way to 313. It was at 270 this morning. And this is a stock that I wanted at 150. Yeah. Keep dreaming, Stas. It's not getting there unless the markets crash. Hey, I'll be ready either way, guys. But going back to Skyworks, SWKS. This is one that just reported, so let's break that down. 262 EPS versus 253. They beat. Sales came in at 1.31 versus 1.30 billion, so double beat there. And they see Q1 sales a little bit less, or actually no, pretty much right in line with the estimate. Not that bad. And EPS is a bit above the estimate, so this is solid. Pretty decent earnings, and I think there is upside to about $185 for Skyworks, so watch out for that. And the last one for today, they also reported, is Micarto Libre. They're up over $1,600 after hours. Pretty nice pop there. Let's see what they did. They did EPS of $1.92 versus $1.29. So nice beat there. And sales pretty much came in line. 1.86 versus 1.86 billion, that is, not million. That's $1 billion. And if we pull up this yearly chart, take a look at this chart. It looks pretty nice, right? Wedge, more towards the bottom of the wedge. We have a double bottom here, which if you guys look back in May into, I believe, June, right? Last time we double bottom, this thing ripped like no other. So this time we're double bottoming. We're seeing a nice pop after earnings. Hey, this could start pushing 1,700, 1,800. maybe $1,900 if we're really pushing it. So keep your eyes out on these stocks, guys. And another one that I'm watching, screw it, I'll go over one more if you guys stuck till the end. NEO. NEO is reporting earnings in 5 days. I'm seeing an inverse head and shoulder here. Let me pull up my oval tool so you guys can kind of see it. It's not the cleanest looking inverse head and shoulder, but it is one nonetheless. And it seems like this wants to run 46, maybe even higher. So let's see what NEO does. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. So if you all enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment, and please let me know about Peloton. Are you with me? Are you without me? Are you on the same page with me? Please tell me. And no yes men. If you really disagree, drop me a comment. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Check out my Patreon if you want all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's linked down below. Or you guys can go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your $50 free from M1 Finance. Also linked down below. All you have to do is deposit $100 and we each get $50. That's simple. That's linked down below. Same with the Webull link for 2 stocks, and that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video, which I made one earlier, going over 3 stocks about the squeeze. I'll pop it here. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching again. As always, keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. Peace out.